Hello and welcome, my connoisseurs of movies, TV shows, and literature. You ready to shake things up? You may call me Loop Guru for those of you who are new, and as a reminder of those of you coming back, we are here to feast on my opinions of all things movie, TV, and book. And it is another month, which means another full moon, and you know what that means. Let me hear you. No, it's not vampires. It's werewolves. You know these. Unless you're new to my channel. Then every full moon, or close to full moon, I do werewolf media. And this time it is a movie. A 2014 movie starring Nick DeMasi, forgive me if I butcher your name, and Ethan Embry. And it proves that some things just get better with age. It is titled Late Phases, Night of the Lone Wolf. Now, for those of you who haven't seen it, brief synopsis. Ethan is worried about his father, Ambrose, played by Nick. Why is Ethan worried about Ambrose? No, I should say, why is Ethan worried about a retired Army veteran? Well, Ambrose is going blind to the point where he needs a seeing eye dog to look after his still highly independent father. Ethan brings Ambrose to a retirement community where he keeps his independence while still having people look in on him. This sounds so lovely, doesn't it? The problem is that shortly after Ambrose moves in, his neighbor and his dog are murdered by an unknown beast. Now, Ambrose knows what attacked them is not an ordinary animal from its strength, the sounds it makes, and the way it smells. Since, like a lot of people have said, lose one sense, your others get stronger to pick up the slack. Now, the police are so quick to write it off as a wild animal attack, since the properties are close to woodland. I mean, their attitude screams they are old and close to death anyway. Why properly investigate? Which is a horrible attitude for anyone to have, much less law enforcement. Because you can substitute anything in there. They are white. They are straight. They are children. They are Mormons. They are pagans. You can swap old for anything. And it still sounds horrible. Oh my gosh. A bunch of 20-something club kids are being slaughtered by an animal when they're drunkenly walking by the woods. Why should we investigate? It was a wild animal. Really? No. That is horribly, horribly racist, ageist, sexist. You know. It's just not pleasant. And it needs to be eliminated. Such discrimination should not be first and foremost on anybody's mind. Well, Ambrose makes it his mission to, for one thing, protect himself, and for another, avenge his dog and neighbor, who was shaping up to be his only friend before she was slaughtered. Since when the other ladies of the community learned that this nearly completely blind gentleman still had all his firearms, they immediately turned cold and unwelcoming. Something's beeping in the kitchen. Have some food cooking. Not my responsibility. Now, even though he explained precisely how well trained and disciplined he was with them, they still got piffy with him. Now, best part of this movie is nearly blind Ambrose shows off just how skilled a marksman he is by using his hearing aids and what little sight he has to take out all the werewolves. It's awesome. Yes, spoilers. Though if I'm to give this film a point against it, it's the werewolf. You can't really see it very well unless my camera lady wants to bring it closer. The werewolf looks kind of like a little gremlin beastie, gremlin goblin-y beastie. It's not very wolfish in its features, and it doesn't even howl properly. It gives this strange otherworldly wail that's more dinosaur reptile than mammalian canine. Though that is a minor complaint to have against the movie that showcases that just because a person is set to retire doesn't mean they are old and washed up. It shows how that a retired soldier is a soldier until the day they die, and that they will find a way to adapt, overcome, and improvise to ensure that which they care about is protected. It also showcases how people treat other people when it comes to owning firearms. The cliques that form in every walk of life, and how assumptions can get you killed. Which is really sad. Because a lot of his sleepy, bigoted neighbors assumed that the werewolf had their best interest at heart until he savaged them and made them into werewolves. There was one guy, he had an eye missing. When he turned, the missing eye appeared, but it was all milky, cloudy like a ping pong ball. It was kind of a cool effect. And Ethan shows up because Daddy gave him a call. And he realized, oh crap, my dad was right. Something was going on down here. I should have listened to him. I shouldn't have jumped down his throat. All in all, it is an awesome little werewolf flick. And Ambrose does a darn good job ridding the world of the werewolves. Now, have you seen it? Will you see it? Will you look at that little wolfy pic and go, ew, gross? That's not a wolf I want to watch. Well, that's the case. I'm sorry. It's still a good movie, even if the werewolf sucks balls. Be kind to me. Be kind to each other. Because remember, these are my opinions. Feel free to disagree. Kindness is the key to understanding. And you need to find the like button and tend to whatever injuries it may have sustained through overuse. Rescue the subscribe button from zombies. Smash the bell so you can make your escape. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.